Hey there, it's Kevin Ward, the founder of Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training, and I want to just welcome all of you to our YESTalk for Realtors podcast and this brand new series that we are starting called Yes Life Conversations, which is basically interviews with top agents, with the best in the world at what they do, that not only are succeeding in real estate, but also succeeding in their life. So it's not just about getting people to say yes to you, but it's also about being able to say yes to the life of your dreams. And so we're going to be interviewing people in real estate that are top performers that are experiencing success as real estate agents, but also experiencing success in their life. And today, on our inaugural Yes Life Conversations interview, we are talking to two of my very special people that are in my Inner Circle coaching in Inner Circle Mastermind, Russ and Erin Downs with the Downs Group. And you guys are with, what is the office that you're with? What's it called, the company?
Keller Williams City Life Realty in Jersey City.
Keller Williams City Life Realty in Jersey City, New Jersey. And they're both fairly new in the real estate industry. So Russ and Erin, welcome, and thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to join us and to be willing to share some of this with us. So first tell us a little bit about how long you've been in real estate and so forth, because you guys are both fairly new.
Yes, we are. You go ahead and start.
Yeah, so I was in the fashion industry for almost 20 years and had a brilliant idea that I would get my real estate license because the fashion business was wearing me down. I was traveling the whole country and I just couldn't do it anymore. And got my real estate license, and that was in June of 14, and didn't really start until the following year, but I did get into coaching immediately in September of 14, and just really hit the ground running, prospecting. That's all I knew. That's what I was trained to do. And then went full-time in March of 2015. And now I'm full-time in real estate. So now I'm going in my fourth year.
All right. So you started full-time in March 2015. So you literally have not finished 3 years full-time.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You're about to finish your third year full-time. Now you were full-time, you were part-time a little bit before that, but really just getting going. Awesome.
Yeah, I had a job during that September to March. I was working full-time still in the fashion business, and then I was trying to transition, and then I got really busy because then I started getting listings, and it was easy for me to walk and step aside.
Awesome. And then Russ, tell us how you joined her, what you were doing, and how you got in the game with her.
So I actually was also in the fashion business, but I had left the fashion business before Erin. Our company was downsizing, and they gave me a little package to leave, and I took it, and I actually started a gym because I love fitness. I love working out. I had a nice gym for a couple years while Erin had her was going through her first year of real estate. I saw what she was doing. I've always loved real estate. And I said, it's a no-brainer for both of us to partner up. She's my best friend. And it just made sense for me to get my license. So I believe in June of 2015, I went to go get my license. And I did my first deal that first few months later. And we've been rocking and rolling ever since 2015. I have my license. So
okay, cool. So you've been in for just a little over 2 years now that you've been full-time.
Yes. So I'm in my third year now.
Third year.
Yep.
That's awesome. And you guys are also a couple. So tell us about that. How long you guys been together? How long you been married and so forth?
So we met, and she may say 98, I believe, or 99, 98. We were neighbors in Atlanta. And we just became friends first. We hung out, group of girls, group of guys, and we just hung out, and we started dating. 3 months later, we started taking it a little bit more seriously, and we've been together ever since 1998. We'll celebrate our 20th in 2019 of being together, and we've been married 11 years. 12 years, something like that. We've always been best friends first, and that's what's been amazing. And we really enjoy working together, actually.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, we have separate clients, but we also support each other's clients. And she's great in prospecting and direct selling. And I work with a lot of the buyers. I do prospect a lot more this year than I ever have in my life, which was really good in 2017 for our overall business. We hit some goals. We had a really great year, and being a married couple has been fun. We do a lot of stuff together. We basically are in our office together. We travel together. We love the same things. So I'll let you chime in too.
No, you said it all.
So you guys you've been working together for the last little over 2 years now since, Russ, you got your license. So had you ever worked together in business before?
Never.
No, he was scared to work with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because so many people, they talk about, is it good to, for a lot of people in real estate, they talk about working with their spouse. There's a lot of couples in real estate, but tell us about that. How's it been for you guys? Obviously you guys are best friends. That part works well, but how do you do it? Do you guys ever, do you ever fight? Is it perfect? What's it like?
To say that we fight, I would say no. We may disagree on a couple of things, but in our business, I think it's been amazing. I mean, I came in when her first half year, I just kind of supported her back office while I had my gym. So I would come in and support her. She was getting all these listings, and I was trying to keep up with all the buyers that came in. I would put them in spreadsheets for her, and
I never looked at the spreadsheet.
She never looked at spreadsheets. So she was just training me on that part. But I just started supporting her, and it's easy to support your best friend and your wife. And I don't think we have disagreements about business. I'm really creative, so she kind of stays out of that lane. For marketing and social media and anything dealing with lifestyle, I pretty much come up with. But I mean, she's the force behind pretty much the brand. And that's why under Downs Group, if you can see our board up there, she's the CEO of our company. And I'm totally okay with that because she's fantastic to work with.
Awesome. So what are you? If she's the CEO, what are you?
I'm COO.
Oh, Chief Operating Officer.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so Erin, I think the question that people are immediately asking themselves is, you started brand new and you immediately, in your words, started getting all these listings. And as you know, for people that are getting in the industry, real estate agents, this is one of the big, everybody wants listings, and so many agents struggle with it. What'd you do? How did you, I started getting all those listings. How'd you do that?
Like I said, I got into coaching before I discovered you, because I immediately, as soon as I could afford to get into your coaching, I signed up right away. But I got into a different coaching program, and they are prospect. Mm-hmm. So I basically just got on the phones and I started role playing immediately with other people in the coaching program and started really building my muscle and building the skill. And I hit the phones every single day for 2-3 hours. I got really lucky after a month. I landed one guy who had 5 properties. He was a FSBO. I met him at a diner. This is a true story. I had never filled out a contract, had no idea what I was doing. I was sweating bullets, and he gave me 5 of his listings. He gave me all of them right there at the diner.
Investment properties?
They were all investment properties.
Okay.
And one of them was a condo in the Journal Square area in a sought after building that nothing ever comes on the market. Cheap though. I mean, it was like $140,000 or $160,000. I don't even remember. And the minute I put it in the MLS, my phone was blowing up. I mean, it was ridiculous. I must have had 125 phone calls. I had an open house where I basically stood at the door, kept the building open. Everyone was like, "Hi, who are you?" And I'm like, "Hi, I'm Erin. Hi, I'm Erin." And everyone was walking in. Next thing you know, I had a highest and best situation, which I had never done either. And I just kept prospecting. And the next thing you know, people were like, "Who are you? Where'd you come from?" I'm like, "I'm here." And I think that year I carried on an average about 15 listings at a time.
In 2016.
in 2015,
15.
my first year.
Okay, so you started that. Well, you weren't even full time.
No, I got those listings in November. I remember it was a snowstorm and I got into contract. So I was able to have like 3 of them in contract. And at that point, March, I was really failing at my other job, like big time. And I knew I was going to get fired. So I just quit. And I said to Russ, I'm like, we're going to have to hunker down. And, this is it. We may have to live off a little bit of our savings for a little while until these closings come in. But I just kept prospecting and I just kept getting listings. I never stopped.
So you got your first set of listings in November of 2014, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? 2014, 15, 16. Yeah.
Yep.
And then so by 2015, that year, you went full time in March, but that year you were carrying 15 listings in inventory most of the time?
Most of the time.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations. That's so amazing. And so you were prospecting, even when you were part-time, you were prospecting 3 hours a day, or was that before?
No, I was prospecting. I started prospecting the moment I signed up for a coaching program in September.
Okay.
And I was role playing that first month. So it really wasn't until October that I hit the phones. And then I started getting, within that 30 days, that's when I got the first listings.
Okay. And that was actually not from prospecting.
It was from prospecting. Yeah.
The diner, was that, you set the appointment from prospecting.
So on the phone, I prospected it.
Got it.
Appointment. He told me to meet him at the diner.
Okay.
And I only thought he had one listing.
Okay.
I actually didn't understand how to check the tax records. But when I got there, thank God I was prepared because I had the extra paperwork. I was just carrying all this paperwork with me. And I was able to pull out 5 exclusive listing contracts and I just put them on the table and he signed all of them. And I got all of his properties.
Awesome. So, of course, you know that I talk about as a real estate agent, if you're going to be successful, that you have to go pro. That most real estate agents approach it like an amateur. And if you want to be successful, approach it like a pro would do. And you did 2 things that a professional does immediately. Number 1, pros commit to take action every day. They don't just wait till something comes their way. They go out and take action and they commit and they get in there. And you did that. And number 2, you hired a coach.
Yeah.
So you did 2 things that most real estate agents don't do. And once you hired a coach and you start taking action, you are doing 2 things every day: role playing every day and prospecting every day.
Every day.
And this is the stuff that nobody wants to do.
Nobody wants to do it.
Nobody wants to. And then you got lucky.
I got really lucky.
Excuse me. You're role playing every day, you're prospecting every day, and you call it luck when you actually get an appointment and you go in there and he's got 5 instead of 1. Okay, so granted, you probably didn't feel like you earned the 5, but the reality is you earned the 5.
No, I feel like I actually do. I really, because I put in the work. I mean,
You did.
Every day, 5 days a week, I shut down and I had my prospecting station and I was learning the scripts and I wasn't good at them.
Yeah.
I was not good at all. But somehow I got through the objection, got the appointment, and it turned out to be great. I told him, I'm like, we just got 5 listings. He's like, what? Like, what do I do? I don't know. I don't even know how to input these in the MLS.
That is awesome. So for those of you that are listening to this or watching this, if you're thinking, man, she was so lucky, shut up. His luck has nothing to do with success. Do we sometimes get lucky? Of course. But you are out there, Erin, putting in the work, both on the training end of practicing and training every day, which is what professionals do. Amateurs don't do that. And you are taking action every day, which means you are actually talking to people, which is awesome because that's what we talk about. This is about YESTalk, learning how to talk to people and lead them to say yes to you. So what a great way to start. And that all happened in November of 2014. By 2015, now you're out there making it happen. So at the end of 2015, you had pretty much done 2015 by yourself with Russ just kind of helping you behind the scenes. And then he came on near the end of the year.
Yeah, he got his license in June, but it didn't really take into effect, I think, until like August.
Yep.
Of August, and then he was running around with all of the buyers from the listings that we had. because I couldn't keep up. I mean, I don't know how much business, quite honestly, fell through the cracks during that time because I couldn't keep up with all the leads.
And you were still prospecting every day?
Every day.
When did we meet? When did you join my coaching?
So I think that summer I joined in August. I did the 100-day challenge.
2015?
Yep, 2015. Yep. Did the 100-day challenge. Loved it. I think I did really well. I think during the time, I think I might have taken 17 listings.
You did a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I did a lot. And then came to one of your events and signed up immediately for the mastermind.
And you came with her, Russ.
This was Russ's first event.
Just brand new. I remember that.
I was brand new. I just came up of seeing her going crazy. She had all these listings. I'm like jumping into this. I'm just trying to call everyone back, follow up with everyone. And there were so many buyers calling in the market. All the timing just happened. The market's great. We have listings. Buyers are calling, and I'm converting them. Yeah. And I went to one of the events with her, and it was a great event. But it didn't speak to me until I came to meet you at the event. And I was like, that's who I want to work with. That's who I want to be around. So meeting
That's
you.
a true statement.
Yeah, that was 100% true. I felt like you were just totally different. And one word you always say is authenticity. Yeah. I felt that from you, and I didn't feel that I felt like the other was a show, and you were more like personable. And
I thought it was just the hair.
We did that too. You know, it was.
We have that in common.
We have that in common.
So go ahead.
No, but it was just it was a great transition, and from the time we met you and that sign, "No amateurs allowed, pros only." I'll never forget it. I still have it, and that
you kept that. You asked if you could have that sign.
I had the first one, not with the one you really made nice. This was the marker, so I have that sign. So I still have it.
That was actually written on a flip chart.
Yes.
That's awesome. And you still keep it.
I have it. It's in my office at home.
So do you mind do you guys feel comfortable sharing with the audience how much money you made that first year and kind of what your business has done?
The first year was like $250.
Yeah, it was like $250.
So in 2015, you're basically your rookie year, your first full year.
Yeah.
$250,000 in GCI.
Yeah.
And then now 2016, what happened in 2016? You're now both working full time.
Yep. Both full time. We were still separated. Our business was still very separated. 2017 is when we really came together because we were actually with Remax prior to. Mm-hmm. So I ran my business. I did my listings. He did his listings. I ran my buyers. He ran his buyers. And then, so that was 2016. I think we did, I want to say almost about 400,
almost 400.
Yeah, combined, because now his income was there too. Right. So, and then this year was the first year that we actually formulated our team.
Right.
And combine and kind of split out how we want 2018 to look. We still kind of had our own business in 2017, but this going forward this year, we have a different outline of what we're doing and how we're doing business.
Awesome. And what was your how'd you guys do in 2017?
Gross commission?
Yeah, it was 680, like 680.
Almost 700. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. So you haven't even finished your third year full time in real estate, and you guys did over $680,000 in commissions.
Yes.
Which is amazing. So I want to break down what made you that good. Okay, so now we know you role play and practice. You're in full time coaching. Both of you guys are in my coaching now. You're in our inner circle. And you still role play every day?
Every day.
Yes.
Still role play every day and still prospect every day?
Every day.
What else? So what are the other secrets now? So we know that.
Discipline.
What else do you do? So discipline makes you stay on that track.
Yep. We both have a huge why, a goal like that we both want to get to. That is quite honestly a driving force behind why we suffer every day to do this, because it's not fun. It's boring. And it's tough. It really
So
is.
seriously, so you do not enjoy yourself every day.
No, I don't.
No, we're comfortable being uncomfortable now to reach our goals and to make sure we live that why, So we're totally okay with it. I mean, no one wants to sit and prospect, role play constantly, but I'm sure like the best of the best don't want to do what they do either all day, all the time, and they have to do it in order to be great. So, but we enjoy our business. Overall business is we love what we do.
See the scoreboard?
Yeah.
Every day. Here's January. Here's all the notes, all the prospecting notes.
Yeah. Now we have our buyer's agents prospecting also. We have them prospecting at least 1 hour a day, even though they just work mostly with buyers. Yeah. We have them prospecting also and turning in their numbers also. So we can track that.
We're building their muscle.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm going to come back to your team because you guys are now have started building a team just because you can't handle all the business you guys are generating. But before we do that, you mentioned that you guys are driven by big why. Mm-hmm. Do you mind sharing what that is? What is it? Because if you're doing everyday stuff that you're like, we don't enjoy what we're doing at the moment a lot of the time. We love our business, which means you get a lot of fulfillment out of doing it. But the grind, as we'll call it, you don't enjoy every day. And you do it anyway, which is because of discipline. What is your why?
So Russ and I really love to give back. If we could just do charity work, I think that would just like be our heart. But I mean, me personally, I love rescuing animals. I've been involved in rescue for about 10 years total, but 5 years really strong. And I love animals more than anything in the world. And I want my own rescue sanctuary. I want to be able to save dogs. So I know in order to do that, I've got to build enough income to have that and to have an exit strategy and to build this team so that I can then rescue animals.
So do you do any, you do some stuff with animals right now, right?
Yep. We're doing a charity event on March 24th here in Jersey City. We just landed amazing, the hottest spot in Jersey City for free. They're donating the venue based on, the rescue relationships. So we're excited. We're hoping to raise thousands of dollars for this charity.
Really? And so you're volunteering for a charity right now?
Oh, multiple. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but your main one is pet rescue.
Yeah, animal rescue. Dog. I mean, we do it cat and dog, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. Now, Russ, do you do other? You have other big whys, or are you both together on that?
Well, I would say, I mean, of course, support whatever Erin's doing. I love animals also. I have one why is my nephew. We don't have kids and we don't plan on having kids. So my nephew's a big why for me. I really want him to have an amazing life that I didn't have. I don't want him to have to want or need for anything that we can provide. So I want him to just have a really good life. But outside of him, I love working with, I kind of just discovered this, but I really want to work with people that need. And it could be kids, it could be elderly, just anyone that needs. It could be battered women. So we're starting a nonprofit called DG Gives, which means Downs Group Gives. And it's the DG Gives initiatives. And under those initiatives would be the animal rescue. Also, we're going to work with, I partner with a client who I met as an Uber driver. They actually do art therapy for kids. And so that's going to be part of the DG Gives initiative. We're going to do art therapy for kids who have been part of sex slave trafficking, who are just disenfranchised, don't have good homes. And we're also going to intertwine that with the dogs, with the rescue, bringing the kids together with the animals. So, because some of these inner cities kids see a lot of dog fighting and mistreatment of animals. So we kind of want to marry the two where those kids can be exposed to art for therapy and also working with animals and see that it's about loving the animal and treating them with respect and taking care of them. So we just went and looked at some commercial space. So we're going to set up this big nonprofit and we're going to start out with about less than 2,000 square feet of space. And we're looking forward to it. We're going to launch that this year.
Well, so why are you so passionate about that? How did you get passionate about that and your nephew and all that?
Love, empathy, respect. I don't want to just consume while I'm here. I would rather give, and we both are like that. And I don't know. I just love people. I love life. I'm just really enthusiastic about like giving and loving people. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than us. And I don't like to see people hurting. So that's why. That's why. And I want my nephew to have an amazing life.
Yeah, that is awesome. You spend a lot of time with your nephew?
Not as much as I would like, but we do. We spend time with them, but they live a little bit ways away, and my sister's busy. But yeah, as much as we can, we'll get up and go see him. Yeah.
Nice. That is awesome.
We're still working 6 days a week.
What you guys are?
Yeah, we're trying to eliminate Saturdays so we can work more on our other initiatives and other projects. But we're building the muscle for this business so that we can walk away a little bit. And hopefully this year we can eliminate Saturdays so that we can do other things.
So right now you're working 6 days a week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking Sundays completely off?
Yeah.
No.
Basically, we are.
We answer the phone a little bit.
I mean,
A little phone answering. Okay. So how do you do? So
Hard
now
to get away from it.
let's talk about this because you guys, your business has continued to not quite double, but your business is growing 70% per year from 250 to 400 to nearly 700, which is that kind of growth, can mess anybody up. One, just the amount of work you got to be doing. And two is that making that much money. So how are you guys managing to do that and still integrate that with you guys, with your personal relationship, your life, your sanity? How do you do that?
I think the biggest thing that keeps us grounded is our coaching. If we were not in coaching, I don't know if we would be able to survive, to be honest with you. Like the way we communicate now, when we don't agree on something, which happens, is so different today than it would have been 4 years ago. So thanks to the coaching that we have, specifically you, because even though you're a real estate coach, you're really a life coach for us. We just communicate so much better. And we're extremely disciplined. We work out together. We built a gym in our house. I mean, because we don't have time to go to an actual gym, so we had to create one there so that we can get up. We get up really early, 4:30 in the morning. And we work until about 7:30 at night, and then we try to shut it down, and we try not to talk about real estate.
Try not to.
It's hard,
Yeah.
but we get along really well. I mean, actually, for the most part, like, I don't know, it works.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, again, we're really busy. We're up early. We're working late, but when we go home, we can shut it down also. And we love, there's a point, and I'll say this is interesting. There's a point at night at around 7:30 when we're really relaxed. She's on one section of the sofa. I'm on the other section of the sofa. That's probably my favorite time at night because we're kind of disconnected. We're talking, we're relaxing, or we're watching something on TV that probably shouldn't be watching, but it just gets us away from the monotony of the day-to-day. So something that makes us laugh on TV, or we'll see other people going through whatever they're going through, and it just gives us a time to also connect. And we have dinner. Erin's a great cook, so we have dinner together every night pretty much. Mm-hmm. We do have dinner every night, and we talk during dinner. Yeah, we laugh a lot. We have fun.
I think the discipline is the biggest thing. I think the fact that we get up and we work out, 5-6 days a week. We make sure that we meditate. We have started to do yoga this year because our goal is to be yogis in like 3 years.
Yes.
Really?
And then we journal. We write down our goals. We do everything that, we do what our coach tells us to do.
We pretty much copy what you tell us to do.
If our coach tells it, and it's working.
Well, I think this is an important distinction a lot of people don't understand when they think of coaching. I want to dive into that a little bit because you guys have mentioned that, and I appreciate the nice things you guys are saying. But I think it's important that people understand a distinction, because you're talking about coaching is helping you maintain your relationship and sanity. And what you normally think of coaching as being like, okay, what to say in prospecting, and you really, doesn't seem to be the conversation you guys are referring to when you're talking about coaching. So for you guys, what is, just in your experience with working with me and Yes Masters in the inner circle, tell us kind of what coaching has done for you, in both in the business and the personal, and how that integrates, and how you understand that process.
Well, I want to, because I have a thought in my head. So I come from a very, very high stress company in the corporate world, and I don't have great communication skills. I didn't. I am really blunt, really to the point. I'm a high D. And coaching has allowed me to understand how to communicate with Russ, because I'm kind of the pigeon that flies in the room and kind of craps all over everybody and then runs out. They're like, do this. That's what I stick to the prospecting. I'm like that mundane, do. And I go. And now that I've been in your coaching program, the way that I talk to him, the way my tone, the way I come across is so much better today than it was 4 years ago. And I'm still on a journey of getting even better. I want to be the best wife to him that I can. And I want to be the best, boss to our team. And, I want to be the best that I possibly can. And your coach, specifically your coaching program only, has taught me that. And every time I talk to people, I think, well, what would Kevin say? Like how would Kevin, if Kevin was watching me right now, would Kevin be okay with me saying that or coming across that way? Whereas, the other coaching program that I'm in, it is strictly business. It is just prospect. Mm-hmm. That's it. So that's, for me, your coaching program is more of a life. Like, I look at the 7 domains of life, and I feel like I'm getting one piece of everything. Whereas in the other coaching program, and I love the other coaching program, I do. For me, it works, but it's just one piece of it.
Right.
That's it.
And all of that's important.
Yeah.
There's different parts to it. And of course, as you guys know, my approach is that because when your marriage is not working great, it's going to affect your prospecting.
100%.
It's going to affect everything. So it's all a package, that it's not, this is balanced business and life. It's all life.
Right.
And that's when we spend a lot of our time coaching. We spend a lot of time talking about your emotions. We spend a lot of time talking about your physicality, you're taking care of yourself physically, taking care of your money, taking care of your relationships, taking care of your spirituality, because all of that one thing affects everything else. Having fun, having joy in your life, because if you don't have fun, then the grind will just wear you down. You got to do something to stay sharp. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys sharing on that. So let's talk a little bit about your team. You guys started out, it was just you, Erin, and then Russ came on and joined you as part of your team. And you guys were still kind of doing your business separate, but still helping each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us how it's evolved.
Yeah. So like right now, we're not doing really anything separate now. We both prospect, but I run the buyer side of the team. Erin runs the listing side of the team. So we definitely work together on a day-to-day basis on everything. There's nothing that I do that she doesn't know. So we got really busy with all the listings and growing our team. So we needed to bring on a transaction coordinator. And we brought on Maria. She's a virtual transaction coordinator based out of the Philippines. And she's been very instrumental in keeping us out of the files. We still touch them a little bit. We did have someone train her, but we're also very hands-on people. So, but I feel like it's getting better, and I think she's been really doing really good this year. She's been doing really good. And we just brought on Taylor. Taylor's our director of operations, and she kind of runs our day-to-day, our marketing, our social media. She uploads our listings, and she's been very good helping us out. She's been with us for 4 months now.
So she basically, every time we get a listing, she'll take it from list to contract, then Maria's contract to close.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to, once we get Taylor completely trained on that piece, then we'll eventually, train her on the backside so that she can also be involved in helping, so that we can get our goal is to not be in the files as much as we are. We've gotten better,
Mm-hmm.
but we still are definitely hands-on, very much so.
And this year, this year, we brought on Ahmed. He's a buyer's agent, and we also have a showing agent now, Danny. So it's just us basically running the team now. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool experience, and we're looking forward to growing our business a lot more this year.
Yeah, we want to get a listing agent on our team.
That's next.
Very cool. Now, right now, that's what you do, Erin, exclusively.
Only.
Mm-hmm.
And then Russ also prospects in the morning.
Yeah.
And any leads that he gets, he hands them to me for the follow through, the nurturing, setting the appointment, pre-qualifying the appointment, and going on the appointment.
Awesome. So what has allowed you guys to sustain the growth? Because that kind of growth, in terms of just sheer number of transactions, because you guys, you're not doing $10 million listings.
No.
Right.
We're doing transactions. Our average price point is about $458, about
Okay.
$450. What's the alternative? I mean, this is our business. This is our livelihood.
Yeah.
There's no alternative. We know what we want,
Consistency.
and just being consistent. We're dedicated and committed to this, and we do not want to be amateurs, because we're not amateurs. We want to be the best, so that drives us every day. It's very competitive in our market too. We really want to set the tone that we're strong and that we're the best, and there's no alternative.
Nope.
Now I just got to do this as a little shout out to you guys. With your market center in 2017, tell us about the awards you got.
Oh. I don't know. We got a lot. We got a lot of awards.
We were
pretty
much number one in the office
number
this
one
past
this
year.
past year.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard to maintain.
I'm still working on dumbing down, Kevin, because I'm not really don't do anything for awards. You know what I mean? We do it because we know what we want in life and what we need to do to get there. So getting an award or getting a pat on the back or someone saying good, it's kind of
we just want to make money and get to our why.
Yeah, that's it.
Honestly, that's all.
Financial
that's
freedom.
really what we care about.
But it's nice just to be acknowledged, and it's just a recognition of the work that you guys have done, the success. So now let's talk about where all this business is coming from. You're prospecting. Okay, we get that. Where is your business coming from? So do you know how many deals you did? Let's just do last year, 2017. Do you know how many deals you guys did total transactions?
Well, total transactions, 79,
Okay.
and 65 of them were sales. The others were rentals.
Okay, so 69 sales transactions and then a handful of rental leases that you guys do. So where do your listings and buyers come from?
Prospecting.
Okay, so all right, so we're prospecting. Who are you prospecting? Who are you talking to?
Buyers, FSBOs. We do a little bit of circle prospecting, but I find the return is not that great. We really don't work our PC like we should. This 2017 was the first year we actually worked it.
Tell everybody what PC means, because there are a lot of people here may not know what that is.
Personal circle, your circle of your COI, so your AB, your A and B team. So this was the first year that we actually got referrals from past clients and everything, and we kept track of everything. We know exactly where every single deal came from. We track it in our scoreboard that you provide, and every listing appointment we go on, we track it. Every buyer appointment we go on, we're tracking now.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know where the lead came from. Did it come from our listing? Did it come from Zillow? Like, where did it come from? We don't buy leads. The only thing we did last year, we had Zillow. We bought into a zip code I bought into a zip code that nobody wanted 4 years ago when I first started. And so we pay just like this much for it, but we get some leads from it. But otherwise, we don't buy leads. All the leads that come in are off of our signs and off of the listings that we carry.
And we're also reaching out more to the community. Also, we're talking to more people. We're doing more things locally. We have a big plans for 2018. We're in our office right now, so we got a lot going on for 2018. And we plan on really making the impact this year on another level.
Awesome. So do you know what percentage of your business come from expireds, what percentage from for sale by owners, what percentage from your personal circle?
So expireds, FSBOs is about 60%. And then about 20% from our past clients. And then the rest is just other.
Yeah.
Open house, maybe.
Open houses, sign calls.
Yeah, sign calls, stuff like that.
Okay. I love that. And so as you guys know, of course, I'm going to encourage you that this year, more and more of your business should be coming from your personal circle.
Yes.
We would like it. We would like that. Then we wouldn't have to prospect 3 hours.
Well, so shift 1 hour of your prospecting to just talking to your personal circle.
We do. We prospect 3 hours a day, 8:30 to 10:30. We're doing FSBOs, expireds, whatever, that type of thing. And then we shift from 10:30 to 11:30, and we call who we need to call in our PC, which is about 10 to 12 phone calls during that time. And then we're calling throughout the day too. We've actually started shifting, and we're now prospecting at least an hour in the evening a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're tired, we try to get on the phone a little bit in the evening. So after we're done with this, we'll start prospecting again.
Talking to people.
Yes.
That's
The only way.
that is where the money comes from. And then you guys, in terms of marketing expenses, you spend very little money in marketing.
Yeah, I think it was just under 20%. I think it was like 17% of revenue.
Mm-hmm.
So
This year we've kicked it up.
Oh, we're going to kick it up. We're going to kick it up this year.
Is that going to be through like social media marketing, internet lead generation? What is your strategy?
Definitely social media, and a few other things.
Yeah.
we're gonna go more media, so I can say that we're gonna be very competitive. We really want to like make an impact. That's what I can
So
say.
this is going to be, because I know you guys do something that I think is exceptionally powerful, and I call it lifestyle marketing. I don't know what better term there would be to use for it. But you guys put yourselves out there that you not only sell Jersey City, you are Jersey City. In other words, you live
The life.
the life of the city, right? That you work where you live, you sell where you live. I love that way you put yourselves out there, and just not, it's like this is our home, and that lifestyle marketing, I love that concept. You guys are doing that with Facebook, with Instagram. You guys are doing it all over the place, and putting yourself out there. So I love the idea of lifestyle marketing, that you let people be drawn to you, not just what you do.
Right.
We actually did quite a few deals off of Instagram last year. I mean, we met a couple of people on Instagram and got invited to a couple of events, and that turned into, I think, 4 total transactions just off of Instagram alone, that we met people that referred people to us.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive into this a little bit. I know you guys are doing some new stuff that you don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet.
Only because we're in our office.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, I get it. I totally get it. But I want to dive into this, what you just said, because I know from some of our inner circle calls that you have got some direct business from Instagram, including direct business from promoting other businesses, like the coffee shop thing we talked about, where you took a picture of the new local coffee shop, and you took a picture of a cup of coffee in your hand, posted it, and tagged the owner and all that kind of stuff, and business came out of that like that.
And he's still giving.
And he's still giving you business. So I love that. And I want to just kind of dive into how you guys are taking social media and turning it into business. So you mentioned you met people through Instagram and got invited. I'm just trying to clarify this. You got invited to something because of it that was social.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a social event and we met a bunch of people, and then obviously they follow us on Instagram, and then when they decided to sell their property, they called us and said, would you list it? And we said, yeah, absolutely. And then from there, they ended up buying something from us too. And then their mother ended up buying something from us as well.
And not only that, we were able to convert one of the buyers from the open house. This place just kept giving.
Yeah.
That on Instagram just kept giving. We ended up buying another property. Selling another property to another couple. It just keeps giving. So
yeah. That right there is a great example of what I call the real estate vortex. That is the personal circle, because you guys took a social media. You didn't go on to social media promoting your business through Instagram. You basically just showed up having a life, and we do hey, this is who we are. This is what we do. And a lot of times what you do on social media is not real estate related. It's life.
Right.
Being out there. And so through that, connect with some people. They invited you to a party. So we'll say they invited you to a party. At the party, you met people. And through that vortex, which means through the relationships, the influence that you created with people, business came to you because you told them. Now they find out what you do, because that's a normal part of a conversation. What do you do? And then they're like, okay, so we want you to help us. Is that how it happened?
exactly.
I think you have to look at social media also as like a different, we don't move everybody in social media into our CRM that we have.
Right.
So it's like you have to take those relationships on Facebook and also on Instagram and nurture those, like people's things and comment on people's things. And when you've got to keep giving and engaging back and forth and keeping up with it. It's a nurture.
Yep. I love it. So it starts out with the first step is what we call connecting. You're just connecting with people on a human level as human beings, not as real estate vampires.
Right.
Just looking for blood. Right. So I love that, because that is such a great example of how social media, I believe, is used most powerfully, and it was free.
Yes.
I mean, the way you guys are generating business with a lot of your social media it's not that you're spending a lot of money on social media ads, and I'm totally not opposed to that, but that it works just when you use an organic approach and allow you to be you, and you connect with people at a very personal level, real level, and add value to them. You're friendly to them. And what do you do? We need a realtor. Okay. And then you have the permission to have the conversations.
Exactly.
I think people like to see the inside of your life too. They want to feel that they can trust you. They want to see what you do. Who are you? What do you do on the weekends? Like, are you really authentic? Are you real? Can I trust you?
Yeah.
I trust you. And, I think, I know that Russ and I are extremely trustworthy. I think, we care about our friends, and it's, our family. We care about things and people and animals, and they see that. So,
and it's never just about, once they work with us, they know it's never just about the deal for us, because we've never been driven by money that way. Mm-hmm. We would rather have a smaller commission, make sure everyone's so happy, than to try to run someone over and get a deal just to get a deal done. That's not what we're about. Same thing with listings. We don't want your listing just to have your listing. We want to help you sell your house so you can move to where you plan on going. So for us, we're not driven by the money. We'll make money because we're good at what we do, but it's not about that. We want people to be happy, period.
100%.
Love it. And it's so powerful, and it shows. It shows up that you're not after the deal, you're after the client and the relationship.
Absolutely.
100%.
Awesome. So speaking of, you mentioned something a second ago that made me think of this last year, you guys had some adversity in your life. Yep. Would you, and this is just whatever you guys feel comfortable sharing, I would love for you to share with our audience, what you went through, because it's important for people to understand that your business has taken off and is like shooting for the stars, and it's not like life has been perfect.
Right.
No, life was really challenging at the beginning of 2017. Russ went through some medical issues and was basically, I think, for a month and a half in and out with doctors and in the hospital. And
yeah, literally the day of my birthday in 2017, I went to the emergency room, and I just wasn't feeling well, high blood pressure. A lot of things were going wrong, and I didn't know why. I was losing weight. I was really concerned. And not to mention, we just set our goal. We had our coach call with Kevin like a month prior saying that we wanted to do $1 million in business and 100 transactions. So day one, 9 days into the year, that happened, and it kind of sucked the wind out of me. And for about a month and a half, 2 months, I was back and forth to the hospital, and thank God everything worked out, and things turned out really good. And we kind of Erin kept the ship moving.
And then we got hit with another thing. Our dog was diagnosed with diabetes and got cataracts, and we had cataract surgery for him done so he could see again. He went blind within a week, and we couldn't have surgery for him for 2 weeks. And watching him suffer was the most heart-wrenching. It's like having your child suffer. I mean, like, nobody wants to see that. And then he had 6 weeks of recovery from there. So
the first 3 months were like a wash for us. It was really difficult to stay focused.
We managed to eke it out and do the business that we did.
Now because your dog is your child. I mean, essentially, Chance is your kid. How old is Chance now?
13.
Yeah, so he's not a young dog.
No, he's a cancer survivor. He has diabetes, cataracts, and now he has chronic bronchitis. So he's on like 8 pills.
He's the $100,000 dog. He's like insanely expensive. But we don't have to pay for college, so it's okay.
But you guys are still. He requires insulin shots every day, right?
Every day, 6:30 in the morning and 6:30 in the evening. So one of us has to go home.
We have to.
We balance our appointments. Do you have an appointment tonight? Do you have an appointment? So we share a calendar, and we make sure that we don't book for the evenings. One of us has to always go home and give him this.
Yeah, he's not only on insulin, he's also on, like, I don't know how many pills and eye drops, and like he's like this little old man. He's so funny, but he's still so playful. It's like he acts like he's like a little puppy. It's so insane. But yeah, we're keeping him alive. Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, I remember, of course, last year when you guys were going through it, first Russ and then Chance, and it's, because we were all concerned for you, Russ, because you didn't know what was wrong.
No. And
for those of you that are watching or listening to this, ever since I met Russ and Erin, Russ is like, let's just say he's older than he looks, and he looks like a Greek god. When you see him with the T-shirt on, he's just like ripped and has this perfect body. And I mean, so when I met him, I'm just like, this guy takes care of himself and loves fitness and all that kind of stuff. So when you see somebody that looks like they're in the peak of health and peak of fitness, and then all of a sudden it's like something's wrong and I don't know what it is, and you're going to the emergency room and the hospital and doctors and all that kind of stuff, that's unnerving emotionally.
Yeah, it was.
And so, and then Erin, you as the concerned wife, and you're still chugging along through there. Did you continue to prospect? Did you continue to do the work every day?
I know people are not going to believe me, but yes, every day. I really don't. I try not to miss a prospecting day. I really.
How do you keep that kind of important stuff from stopping you from prospecting?
I don't know. I just keep prospecting. It's what drives our business. Getting the listings, we have bills to pay. I mean, at that point we had medical bills. I mean, our healthcare is good, but I mean, we definitely got hit with medical bills this year too. So, it was scary. It was really scary worrying about him because, of course, his mind was, am I okay? And we really were not sure for 2 months, and it was taking a toll on him. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to keep going. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
I got a dog that has medical bills. Now I got a husband who has medical bills. Somebody's got to hold it together.
And so at one point it was so interesting because I was trying to stay focused and taking people out, still trying to make calls. And I would be out on an appointment and I would get a call from the doctor and say, hey, listen, these numbers are off. I need to see you. And I'm like standing in front of my client. I'm like, I just kept feeling like it was so defeated constantly for like the first 2 months. It was so I was almost like almost became paralyzed because I didn't want to leave the house because I thought I was gonna get another phone call that would say, or I was gonna have like a bad cramp on my side or aching or so. But I'll be honest with you, it came back down to like, we know why we're doing this. I'm okay right now in this moment. Let's just keep moving. Let's stay positive. And I've always been a positive person. So I think that helped me too. But we just kept moving. Like we don't know how to not go. Like we're just built like that, I think. I don't know.
It's beautiful. And people always are looking for, what's the secret? And I think for you guys, the secret is that you just kind of have a no matter what mentality that, if there was ever a day that you needed to not prospect to take care of Russ, there's no question where you would have been, that you would have not prospected. You would have been with Russ. So it's never a question of that. But for, so many times people let themselves off the hook and go like, well, this is going on, so I can't prospect today because my mind isn't here and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm sure there were times when your mind was not with your prospecting.
Probably not.
You did the work.
Yeah, I didn't have such a great January. I put in the work,
Yeah.
but my mindset was definitely off a little bit. And, you can, when you're prospecting and you're not actually present in the prospecting, you're just really just dialing. And, I didn't take that many listings in January of last year, but we sure made up for it right after. So,
and another thing too is if you sleep 10 hours in a day, there's 14 more hours left. So if I had to go to the doctor, whatever, she would come by, come see me, come with me, and then she would go back home and she'd still have the rest of the day to prospect if she wanted to. So a lot of people would use as an excuse. It's just like fitness. People say, I don't have time to work out. You're up for 14, 15 hours a day, you have time to work. Yeah. You just have to fit it in, and it has to be important enough to you to do it.
Right. Well, I love the way that you guys seem to manage your priorities and you focus on the things that matter at this point in your life. And, is it going to always be that way where you're always working 6 days a week? Better not be. But you get the things done that need to get done, and there is no excuses that you allow to defeat you from taking care of what needs to be done. And it shows up in the fruit on your tree. So congratulations on that. And I want to thank you guys so much for coming and sharing what you've shared today. Russ and Erin, you're two of my favorite people. And I say that I do have favorites.
That's an honor.
The feeling mutual with you and Julie and your relationship with Julie was very inspirational to me.
Thank you.
And you're a man, and I can appreciate that. And it changed our relationship. I know what you would do for Julie, and same thing I would do for her. And that was awesome to see and hear your story with Julie and your journey with her. And it's inspiring, man, and I can appreciate it.
Awesome. We're going to see you guys next week in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Mastermind, Inner Circle Mastermind. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I just want to shout out and publicly acknowledge, Erin, that with all the work and as busy as you are, you're also kind of coordinating some of the fun stuff we're going to be doing in Vegas. So thank you for taking the time to do that, just kind of giving back to the Inner Circle. And that is awesome. So if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, or if somebody has a referral for you guys, you're in Jersey City, New Jersey, how would they get in touch with you guys?
I would say the best way actually to get in touch with us is called 201-433-1111 and ask for Taylor Kane.
Okay, do it again. To give us the number again.
201-433-1111. And ask for Taylor, Taylor, Cain, Cain. Or they could also email her at taylorkane.downsgroup@gmail.com.
Okay, taylorkane.downsgroup@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. And you guys are the Downs Group. And
Yes.
if you wanted to find you on social media, on how do they find you? Like on your can they find you on Instagram? And
Yes,
follow you?
Instagram is at Downs Group. And then our personal IG pages is JC is my city. Erin's is at Waterfront Jersey City. And Facebook, same thing, Downs Group. And I think
That's our personal names.
Downs Group is the best for business.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And, man, thanks for sharing just the inspiration, what you guys are doing, and the success you've had has been absolutely phenomenal. And so we're just proud of you. And thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Well, thank you.
And so, guys, as you watch this, if you like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share it, comment, ask any questions in the comment section, and go out there, play to win, and always, always, always expect yes.